Don't let logic get in the way of imagination on this very inspiring day. I'm Jeff Jower.
And I'm Rick Levine for Planet Pulse on this Saturday, March 1st, the first day of a new month, the first day of a new moon. The new moon is always the initiation of a new cycle. This one's pretty optimistic. We come into this new moon with our minds open up pretty wide. We're coming off of a Mercury retrograde.
Right. And we have the new moon in Pisces. Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac at its best, is filled with faith, sometimes with despair. But this particular conjunction of the sun and the moon in Pisces aligns in a favorable trine with Pisces' traditional key ruling planet, Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, optimism. So there is a large vision that we're having early today. Putting it into practice, I think, is going to be a heck of a lot more difficult.
I think it's a lot more difficult, and it's almost like the optimism of early in the day turns into a realism later in the day that may actually even be frustrated, but we know we don't have a choice, so we end up saying, okay, I'll work with it. I mean, the new moon is also forming a hard aspect with Mars, a sesquisquare, square and a half with Mars. And Mars is the action planet. Mars is how we do things. But today, Mars stops.
Well, that's right. The planet
Mars
stops dead in its
stopping.
tracks. Mars is already in Libra, which is not a sign where the warrior planet is at its fiercest, at its most efficient, and at its most productive. Right. And the fact that Mars is stationary, that means it's stopping and turning retrograde or backwards today, is a very strong counterforce to the new lunar cycle that begins this morning.
Yeah, I mean, Mars races through, signs at the speed of one every
7 weeks.
7 weeks. And then all of a sudden, Mars slows down and it spends 7-8 months in one sign and it's retrograde for...
And a sign it doesn't like.
And so it's interesting that we have this burst of new moon energy with expansive Jupiter saying anything's possible, and yet Mars is slowing down, ready to move backwards. And the moon also ends up the day making a harmonious trine with Saturn, another planet that says slow down.
Well, maybe what that means is we don't have to go operational today. We are strategic or we're inspired, but trying to put things in motion, that's going to take more time, and that's going to require the patience that Mars is demanding of us. I'm Jeff Jower.
Stay strategic. I like that. And as part of your strategy for the year ahead, you might consider joining Jeff and me and some other Tarot.com luminaries at the Intuition 2 conference in Los Angeles on April 16th through the 18th. To find out more about this amazing conference, go to Intuition 2, that's Intuition number 2, Intuition2conference.com. See you there.